Joining us now to discuss is Jonathan Berry, lead attorney for the Job Creators Network, and James Crocker, president and founder of Hog Technologies. Thank you both for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. There was this interesting article I noticed in the New York Times. It spotlighted one company that has 98 employees. It says they're trying to fill a handful of positions, but if they did that, it would put them over the 100-person threshold the Biden administration set for these vaccine mandates. And they said finding a person to be in charge of compliance would be a nightmare. So, James, to you first, how does this mandate impact small businesses?
So, Jackie, thanks for having me on. And, I found it interesting. Your Democratic friend there from Pennsylvania talked about how tinkering with the interest rate, that and free child care, that along with free health care and free education and all this is surely, it's just, at least he did admit that the Democrats are on the job training. I found that interesting. But, a number of my business associates in the area have suggested that we split the company and, put 99 with one company and the other 90 some with another company. And, I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to stand where we stand and fight this mandate. One of the things I thought, to put the cookies on the bottom shelf. I hear you all day, every day, talking about the inflation pressures and, the price of steel is up 400%. And I think that this mandate could easily be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Yes, that's a camel, and that's the straw. It's interesting that whoever came up with that many years ago, the straw is perhaps the lightest thing. It's not the heaviest thing. It's not the first thing. It's not the most significant thing by any stretch, but it's the last thing. And small businesses are stretched to the nth degree. I started this business when I was 18 with a pressure washer I bought on terms for $1,200. And in 32 years, we have just never seen the kind of pressures that we're seeing now. And I think it's ludicrous. It's a radical misplacement of priority for the administration to be issuing this mandate, and we're going to lose 15 to 20, maybe even 40% of our workers if we were to implement this mandate.
I think Karl Rove is somewhere smiling at the image of you at the whiteboard. I had to make mention of that. So the White House, though, defends this action by saying that inaction on vaccines could be worse. I want to play you some sound from Dr. Fauci and get your reaction.
The biggest disruption of the workplace is when people get COVID. And that's the reason why we want to do everything we can to keep the workplace flow at its normal level by preventing disease. And it's for that reason why it's so important to get the workers as well as everybody else vaccinated.
So, Jonathan, I want to go to you now. Is there not some truth to that?
Well, so legally, Jackie, the Biden administration is crashing into the Supreme Court's warning to OSHA that they can't go around contravening Congress and asserting sweeping power over huge swaths of American business. OSHA's traditional role is really that of workplace safety, wear a hard hat, that kind of thing. But now they're claiming this untold authority to vaccinate or demand weekly testing for over 30 million Americans who've declined for personal, religious, or medical reasons to get vaccinated. I think the administration knows that they're going to lose in court, frankly, and so what they're trying to do is scare as many businesses and workers into submission as they can before the Supreme Court steps in and shuts this down.
To your point, Job Creators Network is suing the Biden administration. I want to show the billboard that you guys have in Times Square, I believe. It reads, "Oh, Joe, say it ain't so. We will see you in court." So, Jonathan, sounds like you guys are pretty confident in your case from what you were just saying there, that you believe that the Biden administration is basically just trying to scare people into submission, knowing that this can't stand?
That's right. What's maybe the worst thing about this is that OSHA is using its dicey emergency powers. And what that means is courts have thrown emergency rules out of OSHA 5 out of 6 times. You go to bat and strike out 5 out of 6 times, you don't belong in the majors.
Jonathan, or excuse me, James, I want to give you one last word. We've got about 10 seconds left, but I want to get back to you on the lawsuit.
Well, I started this business when I was 18, and the thing that really made it a wonderful business environment for me all these years, equipment in 56 countries now around the world, is limited government. Stop the tinkering. Get out. Don't get in. And I would really invite Dr. Fauci to come down here and try to do all it takes to run this business, and just do it for 1 month, and then tell me that the vaccine mandate is the biggest issue facing our small businesses. He's out of touch.
Thank you both so much for your time. We have run out of time. Jonathan Berry, James Crocker, appreciate you speaking with us. Hope to talk to you again soon.